afternoon, Planet Earth GAPE-TV. And now for the show.
Good afternoon, Planet Earth.
GAPE-TV.
The only talk show filmed at night.
Yes.
In the morning.
Dom Leonelli over here.
Amy J. Jans.
Yes.
What's up?
Oh my God. Thank you so much for everybody for joining us. First, we want to start out by saying happy early holidays. We know Hanukkah's going on right now, and we got Christmas and Kwanzaa and New Year's and all that. So happy holidays in advance to everybody.
Yes, hopefully it's going to be a great one via the lockdown, everything that we're doing. Get your M95s, N95s, N98s, whatever. Get the best ones.
Right.
You know, I actually bought a box of masks just now, and I could even show you. They were like $34. They're ripping and popping. I got them at the Rain Reed. And it says right on it, though. I'm not conspiracy, nothing, but it does say on the side of the box, this is ineffective to protect you against viruses. But I think they help. I really think they help.
I think they do, too, because I always think I saw somebody posted on TikTok. I know not a valid source. However, it was an actual doctor. Therefore, it isn't a valid source. A doctor TikTok, he was like, would you want me operating on you without a mask? And I thought about it. I was like, heck no, that's gross, man.
Right.
I mean, even the mask can save the world from bad breath. Like, think of it like that. Like, come on. No one is free from having bad breath. We all have bad breath.
And listen, living here, you know, Amy, like how bad it smells in New York. The mask actually helps.
Yes, the masks are saving New York City from the stink.
Like, you don't have to smell it.
Right. Yeah, it just became normalized for us to smell the worst stuff you could ever imagine. Like, we become immune to it. It's
shit. Okay. Guys, I'm sorry, you have to deal with us freezing.
Yes, please.
No, I was gonna just tell the audience. Sorry, guys, I may freeze up a little.
We're filmed on a
2 weeks
flip-flop budget, not a shoestring.
It's gonna be
a
proper.
Flip-flop budget. Well, Dom, I'm so excited to hear about your LA trip.
Yeah, it was so much fun just to get out and get to do it. I get to see a friend. That was my first time ever seeing LA.
Oh, I love it.
So cool. You know, I didn't know one thing I was surprised about is the Hollywood sign. It's just aluminum. Did you ever go behind it?
No, I never did. So you went behind it?
Yeah, I have to show you pictures. I'm going to post pictures on my Instagram, Dom's Details, if you want to see what the back of the Hollywood sign is. But yeah, so it's just like aluminum, like the side of a house. It's pretty cool. It's like you would see on a house. And there's frames. There's cameras all around it.
Wow. I mean, that is interesting. It makes sense. So aluminum can stand rain and all that. So
right.
Yeah, I thought it would be like cement or something.
Yeah, it was built in the 1920s by a real estate company. It was Hollywood land. It was a temporary advertisement. Yeah. And it became so popular that they took land off and just kept it. It's owned by Hollywood.
I love that. That is so cool. And then, so you went to Venice Beach and did comedy.
Yeah, there I am with somebody played the bongos. You know, some people think that they're helping. He just came over and started playing the bongos, middle of my set.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious. They're like, let me pump you up, man.
Yeah.
He's like, he's thinking he's your height, man. And you're just like, no.
Right. Yeah, it was so cool.
That's a good.
People in Venice are great to do stand-up. I found the best way to do street stand-up is go up to people sitting down, because most of the time people don't want to move. If they're sitting down, they'll deal with you for 5 minutes.
I'll come to you, man.
Yeah. I was going to groups sitting down. One or two people. We had some young kids that tried to be funny right away, but Like, I just kind of like let them know, like, come on, like, some of those kids you can let them know. 18, I'm like, listen, man, I get you're trying to be funny, but we're trying to do a show. Come on, don't be a jerk. And you just say that to them.
How are they trying to be funny? Did they just start doing TikTok dances during your set?
Yeah, I don't know, just yelling weird stuff, trying to be funny. Yeah.
Hey, that's the best crowd work right there. That's an interesting layer of crowd work.
Yeah.
It's like, this is why you can't be under 18 to get in most clubs.
Right.
Or 21 even.
Yeah. Oh, I can't imagine if can you imagine comedy done perfect? Like without, a lot of clubs do that. I just did a show last night and we had some children in there too. And it's like, yeah, it's like late at night and you got your kids out, 8 years old. Like, it's just not good for
No.
comedy.
I mean, I get it though. Some parents, they probably just need a babysitter, but it's hard with the pandemic, so they can't. It's safer to not hire a babysitter and just drag them along, maybe.
Really?
They probably just want to get out of the house.
Yeah, I know. I'm staying here.
Oh, you're cutting out. I can't hear you.
I think it's because one of my somebody I know is in jail, and they're trying to call me. I think for bail, and I just I don't know what to do.
Hey, do you need to get it? You can get it.
No, it's okay. I mean, there's nothing I could really do. Like, I don't.
Right.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Aw.
But we'll see. Right now I kind of have all my money wrapped up in things. I'm trying to be smart with my money. Right before the pandemic, I put it in like CDs and these accounts where I can't get it out.
That's great. Yeah, it kind of forces you to save up.
Right.
Well, I woke up to an overdraft fee and I was like, oh no. And so I was excited because I remembered that I had money. I've been playing with that Robinhood app. So I was like, oh cool, let me sell some stocks. So then I sell some stocks and then they're like, okay, it'll take like a couple of days. And I'm like, no, I need the money now.
Right.
I didn't realize that.
I'll cash app you.
No. Don't worry about it. I have like $50. I have like $50 of cushion now because I transferred. So I should be okay as long as I don't get any charges within 5 days.
Yeah, that's always the worry.
I know. Oh my God. One time, so I went to LA last year and I was going because I love Paul McCartney. And he had a concert in LA. And I've been meaning to get out there because, I used to live there and I have a lot of really great friends in LA that I've been meaning to see. And so anyway, I think I'm richer than I really am. Like in my head, I'm very rich. The reality is no. So long story short, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take a friend. I'm going to take one of my friends there and we could go have this great time at a Paul McCartney concert. So then a day before my trip, I was negative $37. And I was like, oh no. And then the light bulb went off and I was like, I've got assets. I've got these Paul McCartney tickets that I can sell. And these tickets were expensive. They were like $275.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I had two and I really want to take one of my friends, just like, that would be really cool. And so I'm like, yeah, I got assets. I got the Paul McCartney tickets. So then I was like, I go on StubHub. I sell both tickets like instantly. Like these tickets were hotcakes. And so I'm like, this is great. I sold the tickets and I'm looking at my bank account. I'm like, it didn't go through. So I call StubHub and StubHub was like, oh yeah, that takes like 5 to 10 days. And I'm like, no. I was like, I should have just kept the tickets, brought a friend, and just had fun. So that stunk. I was like, you guys can instantly take the tickets off my hands, but you can't instantly give me the money. You know that?
Yeah.
So I was like, can I cancel this? And they were like, no, absolutely not. And like, I was like, can I have my tickets back? I think that's messed up. You could just
Yeah.
take the tickets right away, but you can't give me the money right away. So what's funny was I go to visit, I used to work at the Comedy Store. I go to visit everybody. And the first thing the waitresses, one of the waitresses goes, oh my God, guess what, Amy? I go, what? They were like, we have a check for you that you never got. And I was like, are you serious? And they're like, yeah. So I look, it was 257. It was like almost the exact same amount of money as the tickets.
Dang.
I was like, oh my God. So I'm standing there, we're taking pictures of me holding the check, cracking up, like, ha ha. And I didn't even think, like, yo, can you guys cut me a new check? Like, I'm dying. I am going to eat beans. I didn't even think about asking to cut a new check. I just laughed and was like, this was stupid. Like, this was, can you imagine? Wow. Never. Oh my God. I don't know. I just thought it was so weird the way the money was shuffling. It was like, I'm missing the money. Then I can get it. And then I'm missing. And then I got it. And then, but it was all invisible. Money's an illusion, guys. Whatever.
Yeah, it really is. It's actually starting to be.
Yeah, especially with Bitcoin and stuff. Like, I don't even know what the heck Bitcoin. It's like, it's not even a tangible thing.
Yeah. Well, look at one thing I seen. Like, it has said there's 157 billion people on Earth, and Jeff Bezos has 157 billion dollars. So he has he could give everybody $1 billion. Like, think about. I didn't realize how big a billion is. Like a billion, to put it in perspective, to me, that would really put it in perspective was like, say that you think of ads on YouTube. If you had somebody to get 1 million, they might have to watch like 40,000 hours, but to get 1 billion, they'll have to watch 400 years. Like, 1 billion is so much more than 1 million that we don't even fathom it.
Wow, that's fascinating.
And then some of these places, like, he has 157 billion, right? And I think Walmart has 1.7 trillion. So that's insane.
I mean,
imagine we're talking about $50. And imagine everybody on the planet Earth had $1 billion. They can spend 5,000 a day or a minute and be fine.
Yeah, we could live life like just jubilant, just like so safe. I feel like that would cure money. They say money doesn't solve problems, but I think it does. Everything's connected to it. You can't have, if you have health issues, money can help. I mean, sadly, there's some stuff not curable, of course, but it can improve your quality of life.
Yeah, if everybody had $1 billion, everybody'd have medical, top-notch, best medical you can imagine. Everybody. So it's like that would be a lot more people would catch that cancer early. And really, I don't know, this guy'd probably make his money back. He's got 157 billion. Maybe he could live off $1 billion for a little bit,
The thing is, I feel after $1 million, your money can snowball because you invested and interest collects and you have assets. And also he probably has passive incomes, owning houses and the rent. It's like it kind of works for itself after a certain amount of money.
Yeah, and I remember Amazon, not so much, but I remember being younger and my parents talking about it and believing in him because he was just one person. It wasn't a big corp, and they wanted to invest in that. So everybody kind of invested in him. I feel like maybe he should invest in the world now a little bit.
Yeah.
We believed in him when he was selling books. We paid the little extra, to help him out. And now it's just a little extra for him to help us.
When he got his divorce, I read his wife, Mackenzie, she invested, or I think she donated a good portion of her money. I want to say half. I don't quote me, but I can Google it. Mackenzie is donating her billions much faster than her ex Jeff Bezos. I mean, this woman definitely deserved, in my opinion, half of what he owned because she helped him. You know, it's like some people, like we were talking, you know, the wife of ex of Norm, like that's terrible what she did. But Mackenzie, she was there from the bottom and
Packing books.
exactly. And she sacrificed her own career to raise their children. I think marriage is a partnership. So if it is a true partnership, I mean, he wouldn't have been him maybe without her. I don't know. Beats me.
Yeah, I mean, heck, this dude, I know she's probably donating them things, probably worried people are gonna try to, get some blackmail or maybe some, when it comes to money, people get so greedy. Like, remember a car accident? You ever been in a car accident with somebody? They'll
Yeah.
sue you so fast. You
Oh,
get to
so
see,
fast.
it's like, dude, your neck isn't hurt. You're playing baseball 3 hours later. It's like,
right.
it's insurance. It's not real money. It's like, bro, that shit does affect me. Like,
Yeah, it raises your premiums and everything.
yeah, I had a friend and he had to pay on a lawsuit that he was in. He actually helped another friend of mine, picked him up. He was like, hey, listen, he was 18 years old or something, maybe even 17, and we all worked together at a car wash. And he called me and I didn't pick him up. I said, hey, man, I don't know. You got to call your mother. And he called my other friend and he was like, I'm drunk. I don't want to call my mom. Can you pick me up? I'm out in the country. It was winter. It was snowing real bad. So my buddy drove out in the middle of the night and picked him up 3 o'clock in the morning. And my friend's so drunk that he's acting like a jerk, jumping around the back seat. It's snowing. He's jumping in the front, jumping in the back. And my friend slides and it goes in a ditch. And then my other buddy sues him. And he has to work for 20 years to pay it off. This happened a long time ago. And he's just now paying it off.
Oh,
is that
my
crazy?
God.
Picked him up because of drunk driving him. My buddy had to pay a little bit every month because the insurance company only covered $20,000. This is the real kicker. My buddy wasn't settling for $20,000. So it's like, I'm kind of not even really friends with him now.
That's
but
terrible. Wait,
yeah,
so your friend, this guy, he asked your other, he originally asked you. That could have been you.
right.
Oh my God. So he asked your other friend to come pick him up. Your friend was nice enough to be like, sure, I got you. He picks him up and the guy is in the back being a jerk, loud, distracting the driver.
Yeah.
They get in a car crash. And then the nice person who picked him up and sadly got in the wreck is the one being sued?
Right. Yeah, he sues him.
That is disgraceful.
It is. So I'm not really friends with the kid anymore, honestly. And I didn't go to his wedding, and he's all telling my father, I guess he was hurt I didn't go. But I'm kind of like, that morally, that was so wrong. And my buddy just paid that off. Like, this happened in, like, I want to say, like, 2005. And he paid it off early for making more payments. But because it ended up being probably, like, upwards of 60, 70 grand. And the insurance company only covered a certain amount.
Stuff like that, it changes people. It makes people not want to help people. You know what I mean? It's like your friend bent over backwards to do a favor to pick him up. And then that happened. It's like you think about being a human, and it's like sometimes doing favors for people, it kicks you in the butt in the long run,
Yeah. 100%.
Oh my God. When I was a real estate agent, this one girl, she, and I was a new agent, so I wanted to make my client happy. She calls me and she was like, hey, can I move in? Can I move in like 5 days early? And in New York City, real estate is very like exact, like because it's so expensive. So I'm new. I don't know the answer. I asked, and the response was, yeah, we could try if he moves out early. If the guy moves out early, we could certainly try to get her in early. So I said, yeah. I said, what if he moves out early? Then you can. So next thing you know, I wake up to like 15 missed calls. She go, oh, I see text message, hey, I'm there with the moving truck. I was like, what? I call her. I was like, hey, what do you mean? She goes, yeah, you said I could move in early. And I was like, I said if he moves out early, then you can move in early. She goes, no. And I think I said it over the phone, so that messed me up. Like, I know
Yeah.
for a fact. I just relayed what my manager told me. I said, if he moves out early, then you can. So, long story short, I'm panicking. We can't find the guy. Turns out he was drunk and overslept somewhere in Brooklyn. He was celebrating his last few days in New York City because he was moving out of the country, and we couldn't get a hold of him. It was a huge disaster. She was going to sue the company to pay for the moving truck, and it was a disaster. The movers were just sitting outside this Manhattan apartment doing nothing because we couldn't get the keys. We couldn't find the guy, and it was just a huge disaster. And after that, my manager was like, dude, let's not try to bend over backwards for people ever again. I was like, yeah, I'm not bending over backwards to assist people and accommodate them for in real estate ever again. I don't do real estate anymore, but that life lesson I carry with me sometimes. Sometimes, you try to help people and you're sweating, you're trying to get stuff done. And it's like, you know what? No, don't stress. Don't put wrinkles on your face to try to do people favors because you don't know. If it's a friend, if it's someone but that your friend knew your friend. So it's
Right.
crazy. Being a human, it's so weird sometimes.
Yeah, 100%. I don't do that either. I actually just had a situation when I was working. I had that little moving company I was kind of doing on the side.
Right.
And, it was like I was only helping out cool people. I didn't need to do all the moves. I mean, it was good to make extra money, but it was like I wasn't moving furniture and moving somebody is very personal. You don't want to do it for a jerk. And I had somebody that I think some people just believe what they want to believe, because I had this person that was like, yeah, the whole time they were like, okay, we'll get the truck up until like 2 days before. And I told him, I said, hey, here's the document. You may have to, it says right on the document, don't change this document. You may have to explain to your super, at my insurance company, for some reason, some of these buildings didn't understand the paperwork because they thought the day that I bought the insurance, which was recent, they thought it was expired. But so I just told her that. Long story short, she didn't do it to the day of. She didn't even show them the paper. So that was an issue. And then she tried changing everything. Like, she wanted her whole apartment moved, right? Her one apartment picked up her boyfriend's. I was like, listen, standard 1-bedroom move is 1,500 to 2,500, depending on what you have. Most likely it's always around 1,800 to 2,200 to give you a closer ballpark. So that's what she's like, okay. So then it starts coming down to it, and it turns out it's different completely. It's two different apartments moving into one.
Wow.
So I'm like, listen, you can't even stack a truck that way. Like, you can't tell me I got to drive to another place. She's like, it's close. It's a half hour away, and this and that. So it ended up being a huge headache. And then she was like wanting us to only do 2 hours and do it all in 2 hours. I'm like, listen, I can't. The truck costs $200 to rent. And she just was one of those people that believed what she wanted to believe. So her whole day got screwed up. And I just left. It's like, hey, listen, I lost out on the 200 for the truck, and that's it. And it's like, I had to cut my losses. It cost me 200 to try to help this person.
That's terrible. I mean, and then you think, well, how can you get the money back? It stinks even thinking about suing, but and it's like it would cost more money to get your money back that you deserved.
Yeah,
That's
100%. Yeah, now that's why we just gotta get successful with
yeah.
people in
And
general. Like, yeah, or even us. But I was gonna say, I don't even want to deal with people that are trying to. If people start being like, I could just tell that they're trying to pinch a penny. It's like, I understand we're all broke and trying to budget, but this isn't for you. Then I guess you have to figure out something, or do it a harder way, or save up, because you get those people all the time. Like
all the
that
time.
lady wanting to move in a week early. Like it's like,
Yeah.
come on, we trying to skip 1 week worth of rent? You got your karma.
Seriously, I know so many people, they have unrealistic expectations and then they make it your problem, you know?
Right.
I would
That's
have
what it
people
is.
come in wanting apartments for like $700 studio apartments in Manhattan, and it's like they would waste. When I would screen them, you call them up and you screen them. Okay, when's your moving date? What's your budget? Do you have a 700 credit? Yada yada. Are you the decision maker? And then you get there and you show them apartment, and then it's a totally different story. Oh yeah, I can't afford this. Or they would have this, like, they want brand new for a little budget and be annoyed at like an original New York apartment.
Yeah.
It's just like, let me introduce your situation. Your expectations are this, reality is this. We need to bridge this gap right here.
It's a
Not
lot of being able to settle. I got real good in life at being able to settle. Be happy with what you got.
Yep, I know. I mean, heck, I moved into the closet in the Lower East Side. I'm like, this works. This is
Yeah.
this is what I can afford.
And you were so happy. I remember.
Honestly, that was the happiest time in my life. I went through a breakup and I was single. And you know what? It forced me. I did it on purpose because I could have moved somewhere deep in Brooklyn or deep in another borough. And I was like, you know what? I like this. It's kind of an obstacle. You need to be out. I need to be out. I loved being in. I could happily stay in. Like this quarantine, I miss going out for sure, but also I've been productive. I'm good not going out. So with comedy, that's my obstacle, is going out, because you got to be out from like 5 p.m. to 3 a.m. And
Yeah.
it's like, I think about all the stuff that's not getting done at home during those hours, because us working a day job, then comedy, nothing gets done at home and dishes are piled up, laundry, no clean clothes and stuff. It's a hard balance. But long story short, living in that closet was honestly one of the happiest times of my life.
Yeah. See, regular people that don't have like a dream of the arts or something,
Right.
they don't understand that. It's like, when you talk to people about it. Remember talking about the clean the house, you asked a comic, I forgot who it was, but I remember it was somebody that like was kind of doing some stuff in comedy. And you asked him like, hey, how do you get out and do all the stand up when you got to clean your room? And he was like, just don't clean your room. And I kind of live by that. Like I'm never home. You're right. Like
Yes.
right now I live in a pretty good situation, and it's like easy for me to be home now. And
Right.
I mean, right now it's also quarantine, but honestly, yeah, the worst situations I was in, I would stay at that mic because it was better than being home.
Yeah. I know. And it's like comedy is all about getting out of your comfort zone sometimes. So it's like being out, like I made my comfort zone of home bad on purpose. So my comfort zone was open mic.
Yeah, you remember you lived right across from one of the clubs too. That was pretty cool.
Yes. I know. And I still to this day think I could have maximized my time better. I guess there's always that regret. Every opportunity, we got to take it right now.
Yeah, honestly,
Every
now it's
opportunity.
It's so cool that you did that, though. You did take that opportunity because you lived there. You got that in your memories. I remember that little bar was so cool. Remember you go there and write jokes?
Oh yeah, I have us on Instagram. I took a picture. It's like from 2014 or 15 or whatever. We're watching like Rodney Dangerfield. Me and you just cracking up at that bar with the $5 wine.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
I'll post that to the GAPE Instagram. Good
Yeah.
afternoon, Planet Earth Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, that was fun. It's
it
so
really,
cool that you got to do that before the world kind of did all this.
yeah. And plus I was young. I was in my 20s. I had no baggage, which was awesome. So people out there, do things before you get baggage. I
Right.
still don't have baggage, which is cool. No kids. But do everything before life happens.
Yeah. I got to admit, the funnest time I had was when I lived on the Lower East Side, too, a couple summers ago.
All right.
It was
Yeah.
a blast. And now I might do West Village next if I get the opportunity. I don't know, but
We
Lower or
will.
somewhere in the middle.
Oh my God. Nolita is my favorite. It's
Yeah.
north of what is Nolita?
Yeah.
I know
Housing.
exactly.
Yeah, it's by like Mulberry, isn't like all that?
Mulberry.
Yeah. Nolita. I know Nolita. I think it's maybe north of Lafayette. Is that why they call it that? I don't know.
Let me see. Yeah, it's north of something. But that area is just so perfect. NYC.
It really makes your life different when
North
you
of
wait.
Little Italy.
Oh, dope. House right in front of
The room. Like the thing is, a human needs to live with a living room, a kitchen, and a separate bedroom. But in New York, you're forced to just have everything in your bedroom because we all got roommates, and it's like sometimes the living room's off limits, and sometimes you got to eat in your bedroom because
Yeah.
the roommate might be a particular way with the kitchen, and it's not easy living in one bedroom to where it looks like you have a lot of stuff, but really it's like no, most adults have a living room and a kitchen and a bedroom, but we just have a bedroom.
Yeah, and a small one.
Oh, seriously. Yeah, this isn't a master bedroom,
Well, when I get successful, honestly, I'm not going to be in these big cities like this anymore. I'm just here to
Really?
develop my craft. I love the city, but
Yeah,
I want a house with a lot of land, and I just don't want to deal with
that's true.
people's BS, like I want
Oh,
people 1 mile away from me. I love all people, but it's just, I want to be able to just have a campfire. I was in
yeah.
California on the beach, and these people had a little fire, and it was cool. Like nobody was around, and they just came by with this truck, all mean, and just fire extinguished it, ruined the people's food and everything. And it's just like people are crazy. Like, what's the big deal with that little bit? Like, I just want my own thing.
Seriously. Yeah, and you know what? I found it's easier to create too with a little bit more space. Like I'm out of the city until like February, March, but like just being in Jersey instead, I can do more videos. When I lived in well, my one, I'm not even gonna mention the other apartment, sharing a studio apartment. That I couldn't do much because it's such a small space and you're sharing. But sharing the bedroom. I mean, renting the one bedroom, my roommate was always home, and so if I talked, the walls were so thin, and you can't do fun stuff in a small bedroom. It's hard.
Yeah,
Like production
yeah,
and
really.
making content. It's not easy. Hey, let's move to where can we move? Minnesota. We'll get a big artist commune and just have production space and make stuff. A
That's
podcast room,
honestly,
a video
yeah.
room. I'm down. Let's do. I love New York though, but we can do it for like a few months.
Yeah, well, honestly, just to be a plane ride away, these houses are so cheap
Yeah,
in these other neighborhoods. Like, my buddy
seriously.
has a beautiful house, and he only pays on it like this payment every month is like 580 for the house. I mean, he's
That's
got utilities too, but it's like, yeah, like we can honestly swing that as our studio, our little getaway place. It would only be like 250 each a month, or maybe we can rent a room out to somebody for like 300 there.
yeah. I mean, I'm down. My friend lives in Iowa, and he's always like, "Come to Iowa," and I'm like, "No." But then
Right.
I like to fantasize on Zillow, fantasizing about having like a backyard one day, and I'm like, I feel like I'd be very creative in this space, just having space. I'm like, but I would miss New York. Anyway, okay, so do these glasses look bad?
No, you look great.
Really? Okay, so guys out there, do you have a Zenni obsession? So Dominic, this website for glasses, it's called Zenni. The glasses are so cheap that I've met people that buy like 10 glasses at a time, and that's what I did. So with these, I feel like I'm like a Norwegian Harry Potter. Like,
No, not at
no,
all.
and then look at these things. Look at these. Do these look bad?
They fit your style, but on anybody else, they wouldn't be good. But they
I don't
definitely
know.
fit yours. They're
I
cool
feel
for
like I'm
you.
this lady right here from the
No.
Drew Carey show.
No,
I don't
not
know.
at all. But
Oh,
I'll be
wait.
honest, I do see some older women with those glasses, but they fit you. Like they kind of have, you have that vibe. Like I'm just chill. You could rock anything. It kind of like maybe hipper. It like
All
maybe no,
right.
these are different.
These are
These are cool
terrible.
though.
These are terrible. Look at these.
Those are sweet though. The 70s look. Oh my God.
The
Vote for
thing,
paycheck.
I was like, I want to be one of those cool people that wears aviators. I was
Yeah.
like, I see it. People in Vogue are wearing these aviators. So I was like, I want to be that. In quarantine, I'm aspiring to be more fashionable, get in fashion. I'm like, this is going to be my thing, getting in fashion. So I bought this obnoxious pair of glasses. I'm never going to wear these.
Yeah, honestly, you look like you're giving candy to strange kids.
Exactly. Yeah. I got a white van and
Yeah, those are definitely white pan glasses.
put it this way. I'm not gonna apply to be an ice cream man wearing these glasses. Like, oh my God.
They
Anyway,
definitely got a 70s feel to them. That 70s show
I
vibe.
I don't know. You're so lucky you don't have to wear glasses.
Well, I think I'm supposed to. Out of all of them, that's my favorite pair.
Okay,
I went
cool.
to the eye doctor when I was a kid, and they said, yeah, he needs reading glasses. And my father was kind of like, yeah, but, it's up to you, son, because, you don't really read. And so I never got them.
That's hilarious.
My brother got glasses, and every year my brother's glasses got thicker, and I never, ever got them. We were both 5 and 6.
Wow.
And I don't know. I feel like I could see fine.
You might have trained your eye. You might have exercised. I was talking to somebody and they said that they cured their vision by not wearing glasses. And, I've heard that could strain your eye, but this guy swore that by him not wearing glasses, he was able to exercise his vision. Maybe that's what you did.
Yeah, I actually heard that before too. I used to have a friend, she used to do that, and her vision was terrible to where she would not have her glasses because she lost them a lot. She, whatever. She was always all over the place, maybe a little too drunk. She was always losing her glasses.
Oh, yeah.
And so she never had them, and she can't see for nothing. And she'd be saying what's up to other comics, right? But she'd be saying their name, and it wouldn't be that comic. And I knew her, so I was like, I understood why it was this way.
Right. This girl better keep on her glasses. She sounds like Mr. Magoo.
Right. Her vision was terrible without her glasses, but she would say that she would feel like she can see better the more she didn't wear them. But I don't know.
And how's her vision currently? Do you know the state of her vision?
No, but in every picture, she does have glasses on.
Oh.
Yeah, what's funny? She lost her glasses at her aunt's house. They all wear glasses, and they all lost their glasses, so nobody could find them. Everybody, and they wouldn't let me in to look for them. COVID and stuff like that. I'm the only one with good eyes, so everybody lost their damn glasses. Nobody was able to see.
Funny that they should make a movie about that family called the Mr. Magoo family. You ever see that movie with Leslie Nielsen, Mr. Magoo?
No. I heard it. I know Mr. Magoo.
Oh my God. It's the funniest stuff. See, his extreme Mr. Magoo, an elderly, wealthy, short-statured retiree who gets into a series of comical situations as a result of his extreme nearsightedness, compounded by his stubbornness, refusal to admit the problem. That's an
Yeah.
excellent character right there, because you can always get into some you can always write a situation for that character.
Yeah, fish out of water. I'll be honest with you. It's a comedian, and I want to write a story about her life. She's too lazy to do it, and I know she'd have a funny sitcom. I'm
I
almost
think,
like, should I just write it and put somebody else in there?
yeah, definitely. I think that's a great premise. I mean, you can mash it up. Mr. Magoo meets what's a modern day uh
Funny girl,
new girl.
snappy comps, and I look so much different with them on.
Yeah, some people got good bone structure. I don't like wearing glasses. I want LASIK eye surgery immediately.
That takes guts. I don't like having any
That
jewelry
is
on at
true.
all. Like anything. Honestly, I don't even like carrying a damn phone. I'd rather just be a pair of jeans, a t-shirt, and a backpack. But what I do like about the phone is it's its own little studio. I've been thinking about majorly downsizing, but it's like I just spent $300 on lights. But who knows?
What? Wait, with what? With moving?
Just downsizing in general. I have my Uncle
Oh,
G. He gets to travel the world. He doesn't own anything. I'm a little bit like,
that's
I
cool.
should be like that. He's older. He said it took him a long time to
Yeah.
be like that.
You know, that's a whole lifestyle in itself, kind of minimalist living. I see people, they have like just a bed and a desk. And it's kind of liberating in a sense, but also I was just looking at, so I got my mic right here and it has no stand because I threw it away. I was in a minimalist thing and I was like, have I used this? I was like, have I used this stand in 30 days? I'm like, nah, throw it, throw it, throw it. And I went on this minimalist bender and I threw away stuff I needed.
Right.
It's like, you know what? Some stuff, it's okay to have stuff. Some people shame. They're like, oh, stuff, you're a hoarder. It's like, nah, it's cool to have stuff. You know what I think is funny? I think it's funny how if a person has like some stuff and, you know, it's a hoarder. But if someone has 800 pairs of sneakers, they're a sneakerhead.
Right.
They're not a hoarder, they're a collector.
It's just too much. You know, Einstein only had one pair of shoes. He said it's just one less choice he got to make.
I love it. Yeah,
I
it is
guess
like,
now it's a little different.
I think there's freedom and limitations.
Yeah, my
Like,
uncle's like, he's definitely free like that because he's not limited, you know, like he gets to do whatever. I don't think he's ever had kids either.
and his value of like the quality is probably so great because he's free from baggage, literally and metaphorically.
Yeah, he's got like, yeah, literally and metaphorically. Yeah, he told me he'll just buy a new t-shirt. He's like, all you really need is a nice pair of jeans. He's
So
like, you get a couple t-shirts and you're good to go, baby. He's a singer. So he travels to New York and LA. He just put a CD out, but then he'll go spend some time in like other states and just chill back and be cool.
so he's where you get your creative side, like the
He's
it
definitely one of them. He's like where I get more of my show business, how you got to act. Him and my other Uncle Dom are singers, and they're
we should
kind
have
of like,
him on the podcast.
oh, I would love to. Maybe
That
I
would
could
be,
talk to him. Yeah, that would be great.
oh my god, that would be awesome.
Yeah, my Uncle Dom sings like Italian songs, and he's so good, and people love him, and he
How
is
many
really
Doms
cool.
do you have in your family? Because your dad's Dom, your Dom, you got an Uncle Dom.
Yeah, I got about 3 Uncle Doms. I think I got a cousin Dom. Yeah, there's a lot of Doms.
That's like Ed in my family. My dad's name is Ed. I got a cousin Ed, an Uncle Ed. My pop-pop's name was Ed.
Yep. Name him after the pop pop. What are you gonna do that to me for? There was people like my grandfather's name's Marty. I wouldn't have wanted to be named Marty. Back to the Future came out. You know, it's like,
Oh, I feel like every Marty I've met, they got these glasses.
Right.
right?
They do too. And they know how to roll a joint.
Yeah. Marty. There used to be a comedy thing in LA called Marty's, and it was different rooms, and it was cool, but it closed down.
Yeah, I heard of it. I have an Uncle Marty also. He's a great storyteller too. I guess from
Oh,
all my uncles, I get a little bit like, I don't know how you feel about that. Like my Uncle Lou's probably more of the comedians, like John Withers style, where he just says weird stuff. My Uncle Marty and my mother were storytellers. What about you?
I feel like I'm trying to think. Comedy side, I don't know. I think my mom and dad are actually very naturally funny. I'm trying to get them famous on TikTok. I'm like, let me make you a TikTok. They would be hilarious. I see so many boomers or seniors with the TikTok and they're crushing it
Right.
because it's not saturated yet. Like for us millennials, it's saturated, and Gen Zers TikTok. Good
Yeah.
luck standing out. But for boomers, I'm like, I can make you guys famous. Let me direct you.
Right.
But yeah, my dad has always been very funny at social gatherings, making very quick quips. I think he could have been a joke writer, very on his feet. My mom is funny. She's a visual person. So I get the visual. Like me and her, we could just look at something and bust out laughing. And we know we're both on the same wavelength. Like in our heads, it's really fucked up and exaggerated. It's almost, visual comedy's weird. Have you ever saw something and it's not articulatable visual comedy? It's like you see something and your brain matches it up with juxtaposition naturally. The way you
Yes.
see it. It's like I can see the juxtaposed emotion in something, but it's not words. It's not words.
Exactly.
It's the weirdest thing.
You know what though? Honestly, I feel like a lot of those things, even though it'll be right in front of us, and we'll think, "Hey, we can't, explain this." I think a lot of them we could, but sometimes it almost needs somebody else that's non-comedian to just say it to you. But like, I was on Omegle. Have you done Omegle?
Yeah, that's where you talk to different people, right?
Yeah, video wise, be careful. People can get your IP address. Like, if somebody doesn't seem cool, I just click off them right away.
Now, do you do this for fun, or I've seen a lot of comedians say use Omegle for web content?
Yeah, well, I just been trying jokes out on it. So I just start as soon as they answer, I just start telling a joke. And honestly,
do you tell them it's a joke, or you kind of make it conversational style?
no, I just start saying it. I don't say anything. I'll just go right into the first word of the joke. But what I'm finding out is the internet lag makes it hard for them to get the jokes because it'll freeze,
Yeah.
But
you put your Instagram handle on, or is that dangerous?
No, I don't put it on, but I'll tell people if they seem cool and they like me, I'll give them my YouTube or my Instagram. And honestly, it's like, I don't think nobody's going to come mess with me. And even if I did, honestly, I live in Harlem. So it's like, I don't even think they'd want to come to where I'm at. Like, if they did, maybe they'd come to my neighborhood and get a couple blocks down the street and be like, I don't know if I'm into this. It ain't the best neighborhood. Like, I don't know who these people are stealing IP addresses, but I feel like they might turn around. Here's pretty wild. Like, I legit have a gang that hangs out in front of my building. Like, it's a real gang. They beat people with knives and stuff. Like, it's,
Wow.
But I know them. I'm cool with them. But
Cool.
it's like, but on Omegle, though, it's nasty, too. I want to warn our viewers, if you're going on, it's honestly sick. You might see a lot of people, like, guys doing nasty stuff. So, like, it'll just pop up and be like a wee-wee, like, in front of you. Like, somebody holding their junk.
Wow.
Yeah, so, or like people doing some nasty stuff like that. And and I'm on there like, oh, it's another one, it's another one. And then I started realizing they're clicking off of me. And I'm like, wait a second, like they're clicking off of me, like you know. And I thought that was comical. Somebody's whacking it. And they're clicking off of me. Like,
That
what's
is
this about?
they're flagging you.
Right? Like, yeah, they're flagging me. Now I gotta
Oh
put on.
God,
That's funny. I mean, and I gotta
that
put.
is hilarious.
So that was one of those visual ones that I was like laughing at for like
Oh
a
my
day or two.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, I was talking about with a non-comic, and she just said it basically like a stand-up joke, and it was crazy. I was like, oh, I got in my own way with that thing.
Yeah, it's ironic that that's
Yeah,
the hilarities and the irony. That is so funny.
yeah, that they click off on me. What's the odds? Yeah, like you're gonna flag me?
That is amazing. I love that. I mean, I don't love that, but the joke, when you do it as a joke, it's really good.
Yeah, I met a girl from Korea on there, North Korea, and she says she's not allowed to go outside at all or pick out the food she wants. They give them the food. Is that crazy?
I believe it's so sad.
And it was like it was like my fourth person on the app. I didn't know much about the app, and everybody's flashing their pee to me. And I'm just like, should I show you my thing? Like, I didn't know what to do on this damn thing. She seemed upset.
I
didn't show her.
Or meet up with a friend and two people go in there.
That's a good question. I took it on stage on my phone, and I was able to do it like where people could see and hear the person on the thing.
So fun.
But it would be like that. I did in the green room with two people, but the person was sitting next to me. And then we were just like, boom. But I don't know if you could split the convo like that via video. It's all strangers.
Wow.
Yeah, I got one person that actually knew me from my Dom Ross that I do. That was really cool. Yeah. And it is a lot of people from TikTok on there. And that's where I've been promoting the Just Dom Ross, like 5 videos a day. And each one gets like a couple hundred views. But yeah, they were like, yo, you're Dom Ross. I was like, yo, now that was cool. It was
that is so cool. The power of the internet. You can hustle in a totally different way on the internet.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm starting to realize that this stuff's endless. And with that, like certain write-ups, if you get like somebody to just write about you, nobody knows what nothing is, like this stuff. I feel like honestly now I'm really realizing as an entertainer, we really could, if me personally, if I can get, which I think I'm finally getting past my own low self-esteem that most entertainers have. I think I'm starting to be able to figure out this computer and get myself out there. It's a lot of being like what I would consider being obnoxious. Like I used to be looking at people that post all the time. Like, who are you trying to impress? And
Same.
It's what you got to do, I guess, nowadays.
I know. Before the pandemic, I felt narcissistic posting too many selfies.
Yeah.
And I felt even embarrassed, like even with stage pics, I thought about like, oh, should I post this pic of me on stage? And I was like, what is this picture saying? Here's me with a microphone. Like people know I do comedy, like that follow me. And then I'm like, I didn't post those pictures. And I'm like, I should have been building up my thing. Yeah, post everything.
Right. Yeah.
Now post everything. And you see your friends from your hometown get mad and unfollow you if you post too many promotional stuff. And whatever. I saw this person on TikTok. They said that I should pull it up because it was so good. There are people that aren't rooting for you. Because they wish that they could have done what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and your fans will love all the pictures.
You know why strangers support you more than people you know? It's because people you know have a tough time accepting the fact that you came from the same place while they're still in the same place. Now let that shit sink.
Love it.
Do you know why strangers
right?
This is,
it's because people you know.
You guys followed at TBWRH. That was TBWRH on TikTok. But that I was like, true. Because it's hard not to take it personal. Like you want to be liked by everybody, and you think if you give mutual love, liking their stuff, and it's like, nah, doesn't work that way.
100%. Yeah,
You
like
can't explain certain stuff, you know?
I realized if people mess with you, if they're a fan of you, they just want more and more pictures. Like they don't care. They just want to
Yeah.
see what you're about. They're
And see what you're
completely
up to.
yeah.
I was always afraid of posting more because I'm like, I'm boring. And it's like, no, because everybody's living different lives. So no one is boring. You know,
Right.
post away, whatever. If people want to unfollow, let them unfollow. Bye, bye, bye.
Right. That's how I feel too. You know, I didn't realize that too. There's some comedians that I like that we came up with, and I am a fan of them despite our
Same.
friendship. And you know who posts a lot, and I love her stuff. Every picture is Andrea Allen. She's very funny. You know Andrea?
Oh, I remember her from the Creek, but I don't. I'll check her out.
Yeah, Andre Allen, you guys on Instagram, ANDREA comedy 69. She's very funny. She got a podcast too. I can't think of the name of it offhand. I did listen to it too. It's her and another comic, but she is very funny. Oh, Hot Mess Comedy Hour. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hot Mess Comedy Hour is the podcast, y'all. She's very funny, Andrea Allen. Check her out. A wild cup of tea right there. But yeah, I think that is cool. And now it's cool how TikTok's like set up to make everybody famous too. I feel like it takes the all the spotlight off the chosen ones. Like, you know, like right now, nobody really knows what these other celebrities are doing. These younger generation don't even know, but they know the TikTokers.
That is true. That is true.
I like that so much more. Like, I remember everything with like Ben Affleck was on every magazine. Everybody knew everything
you're
he
right.
was doing.
People magazine.
Yeah.
Now, who cares?
Ben Affleck is currently on a boat right now. They would be telling us everything he's doing. I remember.
Ben Affleck rubs lotion on J-Lo's butt. Like,
Right, you remember the thing.
I
Right,
remember
yeah,
that.
that's the one I'm talking about
It was
too.
too much.
And it's like, what is he doing? Like, he's a good actor. I liked what he did, but it's like, okay, he's rubbing lotion on his girlfriend's butt. Like,
Yeah, it's just
how's this in the
too
thing? Some comedians or some people in general in Hollywood, you know, they try to stay in the spotlight. I feel like even if it means getting in trouble, like some people push that too far. It's like we got to always be famous, and you see them in the news all the time.
I know.
Like I think Kanye does it the best. He's one of the ones that's like he's able to stay relevant all the time somehow. Like he's been around for a long time.
That is true. Like 15 years or more.
No, even way longer than that. He got famous young and then wasn't famous for like 8 years and then got himself re-famous again. And then kind of been famous since then. But yeah, he used to be in like old Busta Rhymes videos like way back in the 90s, I think.
Wow. And you know, I think with him getting with Kim, it was a smart move even as partners. I know people shouldn't talk about love like a business thing, but I think he elevated her brand because before the Kardashians, they would do it was kind of cheesy. It was like bright pink graphics and it was just like a 1960s like retro graphics. But once Kim got with Kanye, I was reading that he told them, he was like, class it up a bit, do the amber lighting for their confessionals. And he helped her get fashionable. And I think Kim helps Kanye as well. So it's a mutually beneficial relationship.
Yeah, that's definitely like it's funny how people will be like big businesses get married. Like yeah, I remember in my hometown there was this car dealership, and the guy married the other girl because her family owned the other string of dealerships. So they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna just own the whole town," you know. So it was pretty crazy. What's up, y'all? You see my paintings in the background? That's for a character I do on Dom's Details via YouTube called Dom Ross. Y'all gotta check it out if you're into un-PC things. It's not very PC. It's, you know, it's
I'm here. There it is.
Cool. There it is. All right. That's what's up.
Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to us, watching us. Follow us on social media at GAPE-TV, Instagram, YouTube, all that. Our personal handles, Amy J. Jans.
Dom's Details. Everything's Dom's Details. If you were getting wanting a little more content, you can go to Dom of NYC. I throw some stuff on there too. And we really do appreciate you guys for coming and checking us out. We know it's been a little bit of a grind, bumpy road till we get into the studio and stuff. And we really appreciate you guys working with us. I want to thank all our fans that we're seeing from Israel, Moscow, Idaho, right? I think we had California, Ohio. We want to get every state on the map, y'all. Every country.
We love you guys, and follow us, and just so we can communicate with you guys, because we want to please. We're both people pleasers. We want to please our fans. We love you guys, and hit us up. We want to do a Ask Gape segment where you can ask us advice or our opinion on a particular situation. So if you have an opinion that you want our opinion, or if you have a situation that you want our opinion on, please reach out to us, DM us on Instagram at GAPE-TV.
Cool. Thank you guys. Adios.
And happy holidays, everybody. We have one more holiday episode coming up, and then we got a New Year's thing coming up. So yeah. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.
Good afternoon, planet Earth.